Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Melanie Lawson. All political eyes are turned toward Dallas today as 5 of the 6 remaining Democratic candidates face off in debate. The Democratic Forum will be shy 2 candidates. Bruce Babbitt has dropped out of the race, and Paul Simon has bypassed this debate to concentrate on voters in Minnesota and South Dakota. Tonight's contest is the first big event of a 3-week struggle to win hundreds of delegates on Super Tuesday. Republican candidates are set to square off in Dallas tomorrow. We'll have live reports on both debates from our Tom Cook starting today on Live at 5. Students at the Houston Independent School District will soon be getting a big dose of the district's Get Tough policy. Tutorial programs aimed at helping secondary school students who are failing particular subjects will begin on Monday. The tutorials will be held outside of the normal classroom hours. Some 40,000 secondary students are considered at risk by the district, and Superintendent Joan Raymond hopes her Get Tough policy will turn those statistics around. A telephone hotline has been set up today at HISD headquarters to answer any questions about the program. That number, as you see on your screen, is 621-7463. We've been telling you for weeks now about a particularly potent strain of flu that's making the rounds this year. And it's been especially rough on those youngsters who've come down with the bug and their parents. Medical reporter Mary Ellen Conway will look at some of the symptoms and the treatments for this potentially deadly virus. Well, thousands of cowboys and cowgirls are trotting their way from various Texas trails and drawing closer to their destination, Houston, of course, for the 56th annual Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Christy Myers went out on the trail, and she now joins us live with the largest group, the Saltgrass Trail Riders. Christy?
Melanie, we're at the Reese Lockett Wagon, where behind me, Alice Linish and folks around here are stirring up something for dinner. Now, what would you think they'd be having for dinner if you were on a trail ride? Well, beef stew, of course. And in fact, we rode in with the Linish family on their wagon into Houston, and we got an interesting view of what a team looks like from the other side. The Linish wagon is pulled by Cody and Rhodey. Rhodey's the redback, you see, and they have an extra job: to punch the backside of the longhorn steer ahead of them. A steer so lazy that he'd rather have an axle run into his thick hide than move any faster. Trail riders are so nice here on the Saltgrass Trail, they even let greenhorns practice student mule driving. All went well, no collisions, at least no serious ones. Finally, after 5 days, the riders appeared on the horizon, crossing Highway 6 to enter Harris County's Bear Creek Park. The trail riders probably are the only moving vehicles not in danger of exceeding the city's speed limits. Now, we wanted you to meet Alice Linish because she's a Houston girl. You grew up in Bel Air.
Yes.
So, and you learned about trail rides in school.
Yeah, I just knew they existed, so I would always go downtown and watch the riders go through, and then I'd always want to be on it. So when I got old enough, my mother'd let me go.
And then after that, she ended up getting involved in ranching. Now you live on a ranch, you work on a ranch, and this is your life. How many have you been on?
Ranches? Just the one.
How many trail rides?
Oh, trail rides, 27.
27 trail rides. Well, the people here are having a great time. We'll bring you much more on what it's like to follow the team and eat the beef stew at 5 o'clock. Back to you, Melanie.
Okay, Christy, thank you very much. You looked pretty seasoned up there handling that.
And over this stew, I smell seasoned. You can see the wood, and it's giving us a certain odor, so you can probably smell us from Houston.
Okay, we almost can. Thank you very much. We'll see you at 5. Well, Houston is about to get its first black bishop. Father Curtis Guillory will be ordained tomorrow as the first black bishop in the Houston-Galveston diocese, and only the 12th in the country. It's an important step for our area, where 1 out of every 10 of the more than 600,000 Catholics is black. Don Cobos will have a profile of this soon-to-be highly visible religious figure. And in sports, the Rockets play their Western arch rival tonight before a sold-out crowd at the Summit. But this time, the LA Lakers will face a newer, tougher version of the home team, with 7 wins out of the last 8 games under their belt. Tim Melton will have a preview of the game. And Bob Allen will be joining us live from Kissimmee, Florida, where the Astros hold spring training every year. Today, the team's pitchers and catchers began warming up for the new season. And Ed Brandon will also be here at 5 o'clock to tell us what kind of weather the trail riders can expect for the rest of this week and the rodeo parade on Saturday morning. We, of course, will be covering that live. Join us for all the news, weather, and sports today on Live at 5 and Eyewitness News at 6.